think I did it. I may have done it. I don't know if I did it correctly.
I think you did, because it worked.
Oh, in that case. Hi.
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 Cause chaos and mayhem.
Or hold on. Hello and welcome, everybody. Sorry.
Yeah, hello and welcome everybody to the
Wait,
Immaterial
there is
Gamers.
one problem.
What's the one problem?
I'm the other Canadian.
Oh, yeah, I know what I've done there. Don't worry about it. I didn't.
No,
I
prefer
look.
that.
I was so
If
rushing
I
to actually
say
try
that.
and get this done at a decent time that I hadn't put Terry's name in. So for the purpose of this podcast, I'm Ryan, and you've got Stefan, and
Duncan.
at the top there is Duncan. Hi, Duncan.
Yes. Hi.
Best looking Duncan we've ever
One
had.
minute. Just look the other way. There we
Look
go.
the other way.
Oh, look back. And give it a few
It
seconds.
still says Duncan. It still says Duncan. Oh, Terry.
There you go. Look, see? Nothing happened.
Worst looking
nothing
Terry we ever had.
Oh, it's alright. Oh, wow. Wow. Back the bus right over him, why don't you?
Well, we don't have a bus.
We do. The Immaterial
I
Gamers
might.
Party bus. Did you not see it?
What about Desert Bus?
Desert Bus, no, that's not ours. That is quite clearly licensed to a much more successful group than us.
That's
So,
not true.
Oh no, it is absolutely true. Come on. Anyway, Ryan, Terry, and Stefan here to chat an absolute load of twaddle for the
I like twaddle.
for the next. I don't know.
I don't know. If
You
Terry
tell
likes
me. Why
twaddle.
does it only say one viewer?
Because it's racist.
Whatever, it works. Hell, let's think of it this way. Since I've put it onto the new podcasting post, we've been getting single digits of views.
Woo!
So hopefully we can get more. Because we're now just putting them through the Acast system rather than podcast.com. In an attempt to maybe one day monetize the podcast.
Monetize.
Oh, wow, what has happened to Terry's face? Terry was a ventriloquist. His face stayed still when he said, monetize.
Oh, my computer's been running too many things right now.
Was it running? Just
It's
Firefox?
It's fine. I know why it happened. I know why it happened.
Go on.
Steph is breaking things on Minecraft.
I keep going through portals.
Oh yes, that whole shebang. God, I remember when that happened months ago when Terry trying to just host the podcast caused Steph to lag all over the place in Minecraft.
It's not that bad at the minute.
And now we're not even hearing Terry.
Oh, I opened Task Manager to see what's going on.
He broke himself.
Administrator.
I didn't do it.
Terry, the walking terrible difficulties. There's a reason why we call it that.
But yeah, the other issue was more network. This isn't network issues. This is just it can spike my CPU to max. Even though I have a ridiculous CPU.
Fair enough. So as we're recording this podcast and as we're streaming this podcast, someone who's shopped in the Excel shop may be winning something. So there's a pre-order. So through the LEC, which is over now, and if you don't want to know the results of the LEC final, turn away now. Rogue won 3-0 against G2 in the final.
Yay, Rogue!
That is now their first ever league championship win, and that makes it only the 5th unique team to win the LEC. Guess the other 4.
Rogue?
Well, no, you've already had Rogue. The other
Shut
4.
Up.
Misfits.
Rogue?
No.
Rogue?
No. Come on, Terry. You know the teams.
I'm not guessing XL.
Well, of course XL hasn't won it.
G2.
Yes.
I knew G2 did.
Yes.
SK.
Mad Lions.
Mad Lions, yes. SK, no.
Okay, man, I won it when back
Let's
in
say
the day.
Rogue again.
No, Rogue. I just told you,
You
Rogue have
need
won it
to.
for the first time. For the first time,
Rogue.
Fnatic
Oh,
and a team called Alliance, which are no longer on the LEC Mortal Coil.
yay.
Speaking of people who aren't on the Mortal Coil, Queen Elizabeth II. I'll stop talking lest I get absolutely attacked by rampaging anti-monarchists.
10 days.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
That's a
10
national
days.
mourning period.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not, just to confirm on this, and what pissed off people at my workplace so much, that's not 10 days where the country shuts down to mourn. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah,
not how it
people kept
works.
saying that. It's like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Actually, apparently in Canada, it's supposed to become a national holiday.
Now, the funeral is now officially a national holiday. So therefore it counts as a bank holiday. It was initially going to be heavily advised for businesses to shut on the funeral. They just said, any day in the mourning period can be advised to shut down if the business chooses to, but it is not required. The funeral day was, like I said, heavily advised to do so. In other words, fucking shut. Unless you're like essential. Not
Yeah, like
not
pharmacies.
yeah.
Don't
Like
want them
like
shut down.
like pharmacies, not my workplace.
I can still see them shouldn't. Yours is essential, Ryan.
It's not essential. It's really not.
Don't you service ambulances?
No. Well, no. No. We don't. We'll be honest.
Maybe.
We don't. Well, I haven't seen it. I've seen an ambulance in there, a private one. But
Your private one.
that was probably more for one of my workmates, chopping their finger off for a bet.
For a bet.
See
Why
that
am
happening.
I working where I'm working?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
It's more like fun at yours.
Yeah, well.
Sounds like some bets I can get with as well.
You see, in the chat there, where it says anything can happen, I'm enormous gaming. What? No, Terry, the chat's in front of you, not behind you,
I'll
mate.
do it.
Oh, take a hug. Take a hug. Look at this. Live hugs on stream. Hey, Steph. No. No.
What?
There.
I don't want to hug.
Well.
I want to hug. Hug.
Yep. You're welcome. Enormous gaming. That's one of my workmates. Anyway.
It's gonna slowly fade away into darkness.
You go slowly
I'm
fade
back.
away. See, now I'm
We're
providing
all fading
virtual
away.
hugs. There we go. Yeah, so that happened. But anyway, back to the LEC. That means the Fantasy League is completed, and once I can actually, have the ability for Darius to look at a message and give me 5 minutes of his time, I can get the final of the Fantasy League.
It's the final countdown.
And the thing is, now I know the score. The only way anyone else is going to know the score is to watch the video when it comes out on Wednesday.
Could know the score, but I'm lazy.
And Steph could know the score, and he'd be intrigued. I will try and keep it as enticing as possible
Ryan's
by
grinning,
saying
so he won.
it is the closest it has ever been for a final.
Ryan's smiling, so he won.
I'm not giving anything away.
You smiled.
But
You're still smiling.
Seeing that Darius has somehow made it all the way to the finals and has no idea what he's been voting for. If he wins, I'll be very weirdly upset.
Anyway, like I say, you'll have to find out on Wednesday. I think that's known as like a hook and tease. Be nice. But yeah, it was. My God. The podcast is as you can
It's
see,
just starting. I'll tell you when it starts.
it's going fast. We are
I'll
in
tell
the
you when it
podcast.
starts.
You tell us when we start. This is the whole thing now. Yeah, thanks.
This is just us chatting at the minute.
Well, no,
Podcast hasn't
That's what our
started.
podcast is.
That's what our
It's just us
podcast is.
chatting.
It's loose.
It's just us on a normal day.
Loosey goosey.
I mean, what we can do is just immediately like cut to a piece of news that what Steph put in, because I do actually want to talk about this and maybe even go on one of my Ryan rants. Maybe it's just a small one, but
We need a Ryan rant cut scene. Ryan.
I guess the main topic is the unoriginality of Ubisoft. Please no. Here's my first part of it. My first part of it is that Ubisoft they've had one of their mini conferences, haven't they? Like the PlayStation State of Play and stuff like that, where they've sat there and talked about how much they've grown as a company and how much they've learned to deal with all the harassment lawsuits that have been happening inside the company. Oh no, they haven't. They sat there and went, "I'm sorry. Here's more Assassin's Creed." Now I had a look at it.
They gave the people what they wanted.
What? Exactly. Well, to be fair, yeah, exactly the same thing. So, they announced a new Assassin's Creed game, a new Division game, a new
partnership with Netflix.
Oh, what? Again?
Yes.
Yeah, because the Assassin's Creed film did really well, didn't it?
It's to help with some sort of game blind. That's actually
Netflix games. Yeah, hence the Valiant Hearts, the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, or they now shortened it to Mighty Quest, and shocker, Assassin's Creed. No, that wasn't a question. That was what was on there. But yeah, other than Skulls and Bones, do you think it's to brush away the problems they are having on the inside? Yeah, I would absolutely say so.
Maybe it's to get a psychiatrist.
No, they need to. I think again, yeah. To be fair, you can look at the example case on this of Blizzard. Hey Terry, we used to have that feature regarding everything that was wrong with Blizzard. What was it called?
What the fuck, Blizzard?
Yeah, WTF Blizzard for the hashtag, because otherwise Twitter would make our tweets that are already hard to see even harder to see.
You're hard to see.
I am.
He really is sometimes.
You're blurry. Look, you're blurry.
Hmm?
You're blurry.
The background.
He's
Background
blurry.
blur. Hello.
Hi, bye.
Yeah, so the only problem is because they recycle titles, people think it looks like a new game. Let's get behind that and not the shit show of a company. Yeah. To be fair, though, this is the sort of the gaming industry as a whole. Is that it's just like, oh no, we've had some. Yeah, well, at the best it's rinse and repeat. At the worst it's rinse and repeat to take the heat off. And I mean, to be fair, I hadn't actually heard much from Ubisoft, though they managed to do what Blizzard didn't, because the problem with what Blizzard did is that they were so boisterous about it, they were so come and get us if you can about it, that they just challenged sort of people to investigate, and it backfired epically. And that's why you're now in a situation where... I mean, that's why you're in a situation where you think Blizzard can do an announcement like, the Overwatch 2 Battle Pass will not affect characters. Characters will be free. What, you mean like they should be on release? You've not reinvented the wheel. You've not done anything massive. what you have done is you've told people that there's going to be a fucking battle pass to a game that's like, you know, that's probably going to cost money to begin with anyway. Good old pay to pay.
Pay to pay to play.
Yeah, pay to play. Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, like Enormous Gaming says, Blizzard held their hands up and let everything go at them, and Ubisoft said, "Wait, hold my beer." Well, I mean, you bring out Yves Guillemot, and he just like goes, "Hello, things happened. I'm not going to tell you what things happened, but they happened. I promise they won't happen again. Here's
They'll happen
Rabbids
again.
and Mario."
Here's my Mario hats and rabbits.
Yeah. Oh, that pirate game that we're bringing out, Skulls and Bones. Yeah, it's still happening. Maybe. That's their newest IP. Is Skulls and Bones, and well, I mean, as but we love Rabbits and Mario. You know what people do? People do. And to be fair,
People do everything.
I'm gonna be honest. I would probably play it myself if I wasn't so embarrassingly poor at XCOM. Because if I wasn't embarrassingly poor at XCOM, I'd quite enjoy it. Because I am an immature son of a bitch, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Any
That's a lie.
opinions?
That's my opinion. I think that's a lie.
Oh, we've got
You don't
Enormous's
wanna play
opinion. I'm a sellout.
Sure.
Hey, fuck it. I look. Age is just a number. No. I mean, that being
Depends
said,
on the
you know,
number.
that being said, I do what I do. Hey, fuck it.
You
I don't
do
care.
what you
I'm seeing a wrestling show in 3 weeks, and there's nothing anyone's gonna do to
Better
stop me
say in
there
3
either.
minutes. We're still gonna be in the podcast in 3 minutes.
Yeah, look. You
Hey,
can wait.
he'll just be continuing the trend of we do something else while we do this.
I guess
No, that's mostly you.
we could start playing Loldal again. You know.
Oh, play it.
I can't. I'm using all the overlays that I actually have right now to.
All the CPU.
I have no. I've got plenty of CPU. I've just not. I
You
am
ain't got the
not doing.
computer to run it.
I am not doing a booby stream.
Booby stream.
I can't do it.
No,
No one wants to
Right.
Definitely no.
see. No one wants to see a ginger man's moves.
No, definitely not.
All you need to do is as you go to lift it up, your screen just goes completely black and just right in front of it. Content.
It's just censored content.
Yeah, just censored. Yeah, just do
And
that.
yes, Terry, your face was priceless. You could just do reactions. We could probably get a highlight stream out of the faces that you make compared to the stuff that we said.
I don't even have
I'm sure.
words. Don't even have words.
No, exactly. You don't need words. You just need your face.
It's all I need.
Ah dear. So other news that's coming up, but I haven't got any news for it. And by the time the podcast comes out, it'll be dated. There's an RPG fest. He looks like he's been using his hand too much with that brace. Oh, Terry, have you been watching Amaranth lately? The wrist
No.
brace is
Oh. I done something to my wrist at work. I don't know.
right. Well, to be fair, remind me before we went live. What were you supposed to be having this week? Like a 4-day working week, you said, yeah?
Yeah, we had a holiday on Monday, so we didn't work Monday.
Okay. And they made up for it instead.
Yeah, 5 extras worked this Saturday.
Yeah.
So I pulled a like 60 some odd hour work week.
Done something. Isn't that what we all say?
Yeah.
I always say at work.
I don't use this hand.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Right-handed confirmed.
Exactly.
He doesn't use a hand.
Wait, what?
I'm magic. Or very flexible.
Better call him A, better call him B.
It's just like, I don't want to know.
Lefties, it feels like someone else. Hey, whoa. So part of like what I've been playing this week comes down to what's going to happen on the 14th. There is an RPG, like a Sega RPG thing, and what's going to happen is they're going to be announcing more stuff about the next Yakuza game.
Yakuza.
Yeah. Yakuza, let's call the whole thing off. They say in the game is Yakuza, therefore it's Yakuza. But yeah, the sequel to the Like a Dragon section of games now, which is the mainline series now, where instead of it just being a fighty brawler, it's an RPG in the vein of Dragon Quest, which is funny because I've been playing that all weekend as well.
Yeah, I've really not got that
Dragon Ball.
Okay. No, it's not
Dragon
Ball,
Quest.
Dragon
Quest
Z.
11.
It might as well be Dragon Ball Z. Goku's granddad's in it.
You keep saying Goku's grand. What it turns out with like Steph
Goku.
is that basically what you're saying is that Akira Toriyama has a style of animation and drawing and character design. And basically what you're saying is that point is that every character designed by Akira Toriyama is exactly the same. Is that what you're getting at?
It's just Gohan that he's got in there.
He's dead now. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I know. He died in mine too.
Yeah, he died very, very quickly. In fact, he was already dead before the beginning of the game.
He was fine until he died. What mean people?
Yeah, that came up in the LEC as well. It's like
Ah!
everything's fine until it's not. Wow, thank you for your words of wisdom.
Everything is fine until it's not.
I literally had to stop it.
Sorry, what's that, Steph?
Stop it.
Are you not concentrating again?
Terry's being mean.
Oh, the pair of them.
I'm chasing them around in Minecraft.
They're like children. They're just
Yes.
like children. And like I said, age is just a number, and you can see their age.
We're 7.
What are you on about? I'm 3.
You've heard it here
7.
first. I'm working with... Wait. I've got to be careful. Context is key here. Can we expect a Minecraft stream or series? They tried. They did. At some point, they were like... I mean, you can explain.
We've done it before.
There's too much, like...
There's too much downtime in the mod. Like, we play mod packs and stuff like that, and there's just so much slow-paced gameplay that it's just like... Why are you laughing?
That was the context I was trying to avoid.
Ryan plays with kids.
Yeah.
I play with people... No.
I work on people now. Not just kids, people.
Ryan, get the shovel out. Keep digging the fucking hole. I work with people on this project with the mental age in the single digits. That's what the... There are some sentences I will not continue reading out. You...
It's okay.
Thank you.
We still love you.
But yeah, so like this RPG con, like I say, is talking about the new Yakuza game, and there's a chance, very small, very slim, but there is going to be a new Judgment, or a new game in the Judgment spin-off series. So, which is what I'm playing at the moment. I'm playing the sequel to Judgment, that I never completed, but don't worry, we'll get back to that at some other point. I'm playing the sequel, Lost Judgment, because Judgment just has to continue in the names. And the Judgment games are basically for people who liked the brawling parts of Yakuza and didn't like the RPG elements, or like the turn-based RPG element that Yakuza was.
But I like turn-based RPGs.
Well, so do I. That's why I play. That's why I play both. I actually really enjoyed Like a Dragon. It was fun. It's what it has took me though is it took me to playing Dragon Quest XI to get the references in Yakuza Like a Dragon. Sort of like, why would characters run up to me and do a weird dance that caused me to lose my defense for a little bit? That's because in fucking Dragon Quest, monsters would come up to you and do a stupid dance and you'd lose your defense. So the whole, like, concepts of the game...
Stop losing your defense.
Alright, dude. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I might be awake like a human. Maybe I'll just have my face on the desk. Who knows? Depends how I feel.
Face on the desk.
Yeah. I'll catch you in a bit. He says, ciao, guys. You can
Ciao.
Viewers.
say bye. There you go.
I already said bye.
Bye.
There you go. See, like that.
Stop being bossy.
Like drawing blood
It's
from a
always been
stone.
bossy.
I'm not always being bossy. Tell people I'm always not being bossy.
Always bossy.
Always aggressive
Anyway.
as well.
So, yeah, so enjoying Judgment. Got a whole bunch of new mini games that I'm playing now. Because there's a whole like side story to the game. That's not fair. I don't shout at everybody.
I agree with that. It does that. It does that when we're not streaming as well.
Just a select few people whose morale I need to break.
Stop breaking everybody's morale. Racist.
Pull out your camera phone or something like that. It'll stop.
Would I?
Well, you don't shout at us when the camera's on.
No. That's not fair. That would be weird. That would be really weird. The Danny in question is my manager. I don't shout at my manager. That's not.
You should.
No, I don't.
You should.
I've shouted at my manager. To be honest, I've also shouted at my ops manager. So.
See, this is the one that you need to worry about. This one down here. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I'm up here.
Up here. So I'm looking. It's weird because everything's.
I'm up here, Ryan.
Oh yeah. Hi, Steph.
Do I have to put the hand of God on you?
The hand of God. What?
So you're
the one with the frozen.
Yeah, point at yourself.
Stop.
We can't
Stop what? Stop what? What are you stopping?
Get out.
Stop pointing your nose. Stop pointing at your nose. If you keep poking at it, it'll be as big as mine soon.
Hold on. Nose profile test. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yours almost went invisible.
Yeah, his almost got cut off.
Your blur background almost cut yours off.
So, yeah, I don't know what I've had. I don't know what I've had today that's made me feel a little bit hyper in regards to it. So it might be a kind of hell. Oh.
What?
You have been judged. There is no comment to yours.
Oh, yeah, I know. I get that a lot.
Oh. That's not. But yeah, so some of the mini games that I've been playing in Judgment involve because the character Yagami, he's working undercover in a school, so he's a school counselor. So he's trying to solve Terry, no comment?
She always makes fun of it too. Sorry, his chat I can't see it until it goes a little bit higher because I have my
You got your camera.
camera right in front of the chat.
Yeah. But yeah, so part of the story is working with a like after school club that solves mysteries, and the mystery is the fact that there's someone working in this area of Japan who likes Professor Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes books. This is a character this time. Thank you very much. Cheek.
You're
Absolute
always
cheeky.
working with kids.
But you work in various mini games such as dance school club where you do breakdancing, esports where you play Virtua Fighter, which is not hard to do in there because they already had Virtua Fighter in the Yakuza engine. Illegal motorcycle gang racing, underground casino. I'm currently going through a set of mini quests at the moment, where you have gone to some guy's boxing gym, where one of the school children is a semi-professional boxer, except he's got an anger management issue, which means that once he starts fighting and he flicks a switch, he knocks someone out and then continues beating them up, which is now suspended from boxing. So you have to try and become a really good boxer, which is funny because at the beginning of it turns out, I know Kung Fu, I do my own practicing style, blah blah blah, get in the ring and box. I'm a shit boxer. But yeah, going through all those quests, the story, compared to a lot of Yakuza games where it's sort of light-hearted in the first act and then gets into, okay, the opening of the game is dark, but it's light-hearted in the first couple of acts and then just by dark it just goes like really dark and depressing and violent and shit like that. Judgment starts with a 2-month-old rotting corpse and gets darker from there. It doesn't really let up on the roller coaster of emotions that a game would normally have. Conflicts are many, and people get the shit kicked out of them often. It looks as visceral and violent as any of the Yakuza games. Like, if you want to see a knee to a dude's face, you see the knee to his face. All it's missing is a Mortal Kombat style X-ray vision.
Oh.
To show how a guy's nose gets broken.
They should add that.
What it does have though is something funnier. In the combat, they were like dragon actions or EX actions, depending on the game that you're in, where you can push a button and it's context sensitive, and he'll do some sort of special move which will deal either ridiculous amounts to an enemy or just knock them out of the fight outright. Generally, like you can jump over someone and then you just like flying suplex them into the ground, and or like grab a table and you'll just body slam them with a table. Oh, Steph's on the phone. Let's listen in.
He's getting phone calls. Oh, he muted.
Damn it! All right, we'll carry on then.
We'll lip read.
Yeah, and so there'll be a lot of things like punching, like a guy 8 million times, and then as he staggers back up, just whack behind them without looking at them. All these fun little cinematic actions. The funniest one that ever happened in a Yakuza game is you trip a guy up, and he stumbles into the bosom of a woman. So like that, and then straight there, plant straight in the tits. Oh no, he doesn't get the chance to motorboat because she gets so pissed off she kicks him in the balls and hits him with a handbag full of bricks. The best X actions are the ones where you don't even deal the damage. But anyway, there's a system that they put in a fighting style that has something now called EX Surrender or X Surrender, which means that you can instantly knock a person out of the fight, provided they're not a boss, by making them flinch. So you can it does a cinematic thing where he like tries to punch a dude in the face and he dodges it, just to see a foot land on his shoulder as opposed to, on the top of his head. He looks at it and he panics so much that you can just imagine he pisses himself and goes unconscious. It's fun. I love it. Really, if you just like to kick the crap out of people, and you want to just like get a thing, you can get a fighting game or you can get Judgment. I like the story. They're bonkers, but I like the story. And yeah, I've still got like an act to go yet. I think I'm near the end of the game, but I think I'm like getting into the final act. So
it's the final countdown.
Do-do-do.
Yes, I got him to do it.
Do-do-do-do-do. It's a shame. It's a
Victory's
shame I
mine.
can't.
Has to be a higher pitch.
All right, fine, you got me. You wanted it. You got it. It's your own damn fault.
Victory is mine.
Anyway, yeah, I have a kazoo. What of it? So we've talked about Ubisoft. We've done some indulgent. Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up, nerds?
Sapphire's being mean, calling us nerds.
She's only telling the truth, mate.
She's racist too.
What?
She's a racist.
Nerd is not a.
We all know it. Yep, it's a race.
Oh my god.
We're a race of nerds, and she's being mean about it.
Right, what have you been doing on your survival crafty games? Go on, indulge me.
Well,
Surviving.
yeah.
What's next?
We Stefan got bored of Factorio, so we hopped out of Factorio for a little bit into what is it? All the Mods 7 Sky Factory, or all the mod. What is it called?
It's the Minecraft mod.
Yeah, it's all the Mods 7 to the Sky or something like that.
Ooh,
It's like the Sky Factory version of all the Mods 7, which is running Minecraft version 1.18. So one of the newer releases, but not the newest.
Yeah, you got it.
And we're only just getting into it, but I want to go back to Factorio, to be honest, because I was enjoying it. But we got a few islands built up with some very basic storage systems going, and all we're trying to do is survive, because it's a survival crafting game, like you said.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And we're slowly unlocking more and more tech and stuff as we go. Basically limited by resources and having to get them from nothing, basically. Build them up from nowhere. So,
Fair.
haven't gotten far into it yet, so. I don't know what Stefan's been doing all week.
Working.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. He nods.
I feel that. I feel that.
Mm.
The hours have been redonkulous.
Yeah. So I've had to start getting to listening to a bunch of podcasts while at work or watching a podcast series while at work. I mean, especially due to Friday. So,
most of the week I've been working to Audible.
Audible, nice. Been listening to the Cultaholic SmackDown Classic Review. So, basically, it's a rewatch podcast.
A rewatch podcast.
So take something that's like really old, like Star Trek Next Generation, for example, and watch the episodes in order and just discuss, what was funny, what wasn't, or what was good, what was bad. They're like review podcasts, mini review podcasts, but they go, in order. We tried it once for a couple of episodes. It was called Shattered Reflections. It was a Black Mirror rewatch podcast. It went on hiatus, and I do want to bring it back at some point, but it'd need to be at a point where we could change the formula rather than just going all the way through it. Just pick up key points of the episodes, maybe in time for the fact that they are filming another series of Black Mirror. I mean, I think the funnest one to try and do, there would be a Black Mirror episode that was a choose-your-own-adventure novel. It was an interactive Netflix episode. All about the Pentiums.
Baby.
Sure. But
It's all about the Pentiums, baby.
Yeah, so it's basically watching every episode of WWF/E SmackDown in order from 1999 onwards. Oh, believe me, it not aged well. The Attitude Era of wrestling really was trash. It was entertaining trash, but it was trash.
Yeah, I don't even remember much about it back then.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it felt like it lasted a lot longer than it did. Like the whole thing was like really done within 3 years of wrestling. Which, now that I think about it, 3 years is a long time, but it felt like it went a lot quicker than it actually did. It went a lot longer than it actually did. It was actually quite quick. And then once they realised that they needed to become family friendly and they were losing all their sponsors and therefore their money, they had to make it more family friendly. Not claim that it's family friendly and bring out a assault of the really, really bad terms storyline. It's my best way of trying to say it without, losing everything everywhere. And yeah, it's weird saying this. I can't believe this is going to be a weird statement coming out of my mouth, more than usual. But
there's a lot of weird statements.
The death of a monarch doesn't suit the 24-hour news cycle.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know where I am on that, but the idea is like news or like rolling news can't function properly with something that's so significant that that's the only story it can continue to talk about for 2 weeks. And I say this, I've realised I'm saying this on the anniversary of the Twin Towers. I've just looked at the date, I've just realised the date.
Wow.
But at the time, there wasn't 24/7 rolling news channels. They were just like, okay, yeah, they interrupted broadcasting for a significant event. It was a significant event. It still is a significant event.
It was ridiculous, yes.
But nowadays, the way that media has progressed, social media as well as traditional news media, print and digital, it's very weird to shut everything down to do one story. And like I say, it's still significant. It's significant all the way. There are people who are, mourning heavily. There are people who are, and I'm just going to sort of bring this out there, and it's still ridiculous, celebrating.
What is there to celebrate?
They would tell you the figure of hundreds of years of abuse of the world by one small country, colonialism, racism. To be fair, defending a diddler, is, they are very, very bad things. They are. But I'm sorry, celebrating a death? That's a line reserved for, dictators and Bond villains.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, honestly, there's stuff that's, and I'm gonna say, I've stopped watching the stuff of a content creator as of Thursday because their sentiment has bordered on extremism as opposed to stuff making it look like this. Okay, yeah, again, like I say, monarchy, all that business, people want it abolished. I get that, I understand that. But this 96-year-old woman was not the cause of shit happening across the pond to you in the fucking Nordic islands. It really isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't. There's problems with our country. I can understand that we're called Turf Island. They're
There's
they're
problems
individuals.
with
They
every country.
are fucking morons. Okay, the bigots, racist, homophobic, transphobic, sexist bigots. Yes, they are a problem, and they need the whole they need dealing with in the correct way. I'm on the idea of being a better person, being a better man, or being the better man. Don't solve violence with violence. Do it.
Eye for an eye.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
Fight for it. Do it. If you need people, if you need allies on that, I'm there. If you want me to decide that the only way to get rid of a bigot is to kick the shit out of them until they can't be a bigot no more, no, you don't have me.
No,
And this content creator in particular has basically come out and stated that there's only two people in Britain: bigots and those who didn't do enough to get rid of bigots, and therefore they should all burn.
that's like saying the same thing for the states. Like every country is, what's the word? Like visualized by their leader, basically.
Yeah, and in that case, yeah, in America,
But
it was a ginger-haired, round,
yeah,
unathletic bigot.
and unfortunately, a lot of the times you don't know how they're going to be until they're there. In your case, yeah, you have a queen or a king, but like I don't know.
And I apologize, I've taken
There,
this outside of video games, but I needed to get it
yeah,
off my chest. So
there's just not. It doesn't mean that that's all your country is. Doesn't matter who they are. There's a lot of people in your country
yeah,
that agree, and there's a lot that disagree.
mm.
It's not the whole country's opinion.
Yeah, but yeah, like I say, as a reiteration, I mean, I'm not this person's never gonna fucking see anything I ever say, mainly due to the fact that because I'm British, I'm scum. Um, in their opinion, and you know what, I can understand that. Like I said, we have had a dark history. We have made massive mistakes. We have gone through absolute cases of racism and colonialism is
Yes,
fucking
very co-
damn right unforgivable. And, you know, for me, acknowledge those mistakes, learn from those mistakes, don't fucking make those mistakes again. That's all we can do. And if that's never going to be good enough, and you just want me being a red smear on the pavement, I've got nothing left to say to you. It's that simple. I can only try to be as good a person as I can, and hope that other people can also try to be the best that they can be. Shut out the morons. maybe sort out the monarchy in a way that it has nowhere near the amount of power and wealth that it has now, and distribute it. You know, we're only human, and that's what it is. But you know, some people would rather have the idea of never forgive, never forget.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that.
And at that point, they can't be helped, regardless of the stuff and the qualities and the opinions that we share. And let's say in regards to this, this content creator is an absolutely, fine ally for in this case the LGBTQ community. Absolutely fine in regards to that.
Yeah.
Can take a lot of what they've said and done like that. The fact that in regards to that I agree with all that stuff, and yet they could never bother to communicate afterwards purely because of where I was born. And if it helps, I'm part Scottish. So, maybe hate the other part of me, but don't hate the Scottish part, because they want to be independent, and you know what? If they want that, again, I'm for it.
Half Scottish.
Yeah.
My mum's Scottish.
Well, there you go. So sorry, I brought that down.
Way
Anyone
to
want
go.
to say something to lighten it up before we finish then?
Potato chips.
Potato chips. What are your best potato chips, and why are they not kettle chips? Because they're awful.
Kettle chips are awesome.
They're not shit.
Oh, there is another piece of news. We missed it last week because I forgot to put it in, but Arcane won Emmy Awards.
Did it?
Creative Emmy Awards. They're not the real Emmy Awards. And before anyone all goes about it being a Hollywood conspiracy and all that shit, I haven't got time for that bollocks.
Ain't nobody got time for that. 4 minutes.
It was a jury.
Anything else?
Yeah, anything else? Steph.
I like the Steam Deck mascot for the Japan release.
What is their Steam Deck mascot?
Have you ever seen Adventure Time?
No.
Do you know who BMO
I
is?
know Jake and Finn and Princess
Do you know
Bubblegum.
BMO?
BMO. Oh, the
Yeah,
Game Boy looking motherfucker.
Yeah. It looks like that.
Right.
Well, its head is, and then it's got a little body on it. Think of a Game Boy Advance with a body.
Fair enough.
And with a valve on the top of its head.
Fair enough. You know what I've missed this week? Not having to talk about Domina.
What is
and
Domino?
that weird ass game dev. Oh, the one who got themselves banned from their own Steam forum, and then got themselves banned from Twitter and banned from Bandcamp, and then got their game removed from Steam. I think they're ranting to the abyss on Gab somewhere, which is basically poor man's Facebook.
I thought it was Donald Trump's thing.
No, he couldn't do it. Probably because he wanted to try and get it off Google Play, and they've stopped it on Google Play. Right, I guess it's time to wrap up then. So, if you like what you heard and saw, please give us a follow on Twitch. And then you'll know when we're going live and doing weird stuff. Tomorrow, or Monday, I intend to play Pyre. I actually intend to play it properly. Though that being said, that all depends on whether I can get in contact with Darius for that 5 minutes of FaceTime. And hug him. And then we can record the...
Hug him?
Oh, I'm not gonna slap him, am I?
You should, that'd be funnier.
Oh, I'll bear hug him. And crush the life out of his bones. And Tuesday... probably in the evening, Duncan and Andrea will do something. Wednesday,
should be.
Dual Play will be back with Steph and Darius. Are you looking to go back on the Void train?
It depends on if a Duncan's around.
Or you may be ending up on the thing. The what's it
thing.
called?
So either going to be
Rainbow
dual
Six.
play or triple play. Either way, it's a play.
Extraction Reaction. Thursday, Teamfight Thursdays, and now that the new TFT set's in gear, we've got that option again. Friday, play session. Saturday and Sunday, more Dragon Quest. So there's that.
And podcasts.
And the podcast. You can hear the podcast in audio form wherever podcasts are served, because they're pretty much on everything now. I'm gonna try and tick some things. I can officially get it on iHeartRadio now.
Can you really?
Yeah. So there's that. And all that's left to say is, from Terry, me, and Steph, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.